everybody. It's us again. And my dog is back, as you can see. He is the best boy. Teresa would be hosting. Today's week is Teresa's week. It's her turn to pick the topic. She has decided that she has to make a grand entrance. There's a surprise. We don't know what it...
Yeah, she won't tell us. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
So.
But,
Little town, full of little people.
Fucking God.
fantastic.
Waking up to a say. Hello, everyone.
All right.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Hello, everyone.
Well, hello to you as well.
Guess what our topic?
Oh my fucking God, you have matching earrings. Do not look at her fucking
I
earrings.
have matching earrings.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Guess
They're
what?
literally...
What universe
Oh my God.
is this?
This was Halloween 2
Okay.
years ago.
That's...
Guess what we
I wasn't there for that one.
are gonna... Yeah, you missed it. You were sick, weren't you? Guess what we are gonna be discussing today?
Oh my God.
Why it's Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
That's right.
I'm up for
Both
this discussion.
The
It's a
cartoon
good
movie
movie.
and the revision of the, live
Oh,
action.
Emma Watson?
Emma Watson,
Okay.
Kevin Kline. movie.
Are we comparing them, or are we doing what we did with Bedazzled?
I thought we'd just talk about them in general. I think we're all going to agree that the cartoon movie is the better film.
Is the superior.
But
film.
guess what? Kevin Kline.
I agree. I think Kevin Kline is fantastic and amazing. He really put heart and soul into that role.
Always does.
Like Maurice, I felt for
Yeah.
Maurice. I just love him to pieces.
How can a moment last forever?
And the songs are good, and Josh Groban was there. It's nice. I like Josh Groban. But
I like
Here
Kevin
she
Kline.
goes. Here she goes.
I'm
again.
not gonna.
You know what?
Every single
I'm
week.
going to take over.
No, I want to
No,
say
no.
I have a thing to say about
I'll
Beauty
let
and the
her
Beast
do it.
that is not boy related. I swear
Of
to
course.
God.
I'm going to take
Aside
over.
from Josh Groban.
I just wanted to bring up the fact that he sang a song. It was nice.
I bet he did.
It's got a corset in the back. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Hang on.
do a spin.
Hey, there's a dog.
There's a dog.
Oh no.
I do have a little...
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh
That is-
my God. I've never
Costume?
seen this fucking dress.
That is very pretty.
I'm taking over again.
No, the only thing I want to say about the new Beauty and the Beast.
The only thing
Is
that will
that-
shut you up.
Yes, just let me say this real quick. The animated one, it is an enchanted castle. It is definitely under a curse. The fairy put it under one, but it's still.
There's a dog.
Did you hear my toe pop?
It's fine.
No, it's still bright. It's still colorful. It's still a place I would be interested in visiting. The new one is haunted. It's not enchanted. It's straight up possessed. I don't like the new one. The new one scares me.
The other one.
The other one, when you think about it, is scary, but not just looking at it. Looking at it, it's bright, it's colorful, they're happy. This one, there's just something about them. They're physical porcelain, and it's terrifying.
Okay, well,
I don't
the
like it.
wardrobe.
There's that scene where they recreated the physical be our guest, right? Animated, I'm fine. Animated, it's big, it's colorful, it's beautiful. In
Lumiere, baby.
this one, in the modern remake, the live action remake, there was a point where I literally put my hand up to my mouth and I said, "Oh dear Jesus," because they had feather dusters with feathers doing swan dives into water. You can't do that with feather dusters. That's not how they work.
I mean, birds
The
can
fact
go
that they're
under
alive
water.
and diving is fine, but the fact they have feathers is
Well,
the bad part.
That's where I draw the line.
They're not real feathers. They're feather duster feathers. And if you feather duster feather,
Feather
into
duster
water
feathers
like
are
that,
made of feathers.
They're not living feathers. They're not living
They're
feathers.
not living feathers.
Me personally, it was viscerally disturbing.
Viscerally.
I'm sorry. There's
To
something.
my core.
There's something very disturbing about the live action.
she's a bit of a bully.
I'm always a bully. What are you talking about?
Let me have my opinions.
I'm letting you have
The
your
animated
opinions.
one is beautiful.
You
The
went off
animated
on
one
Josh
is
Groban
fun.
already.
The animated one I want to be part of. This one I want to get away from it.
I mean,
It was a little bit like, especially during that
Yeah.
song, I felt my brain go, I'm done. Like,
Yeah,
I would like
yeah.
this to stop, because it
Yeah.
is a little bit like,
it goes
I'm
on.
blind, and then it keeps going.
Yeah, like I know that the people that make a movie, they put a lot of effort, they put a lot of time. It's not, hello cat, it's not their fault that it's weird. It's just, it's like when you have a phobia, you know, it just kind of rubs you the wrong way, and maybe there's not a legit reason for it. You just don't like it. It's an ick is what it is, and I don't care for it. It's
okay.
an ick.
Well, let's talk about what's not an ick, and that is Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline. We can
bring it
rhapsodize
back
about Kevin Kline.
to Kevin Kline. Okay, so I'm just gonna take over for the boy
She's
discussions.
gonna talk about boys.
Just real quick.
I see how it is.
Kevin Kline is my favorite actor ever. Okay, still is to this day.
The man is incredibly talented.
He won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in 1989 for a little film called A Fish Called Wanda. He played Otto. I read that Jamie Lee Curtis had to stab herself in the hand with a pin to keep from laughing because he was ad-libbing half of his lines. And he apparently got mad at her and wouldn't talk to her for a while because she kept ruining all of his takes because he was funny. Oh my God. I love Kevin Kline.
He's incredible. I mean, he was the pirate king in Penzance.
He was the pirate king in Penzance.
So good.
He played himself and his Australian father.
Oh,
yes.
In Fierce Creatures. Our mother did not know
Really fun in that.
that it was the different person.
Yeah.
I can understand.
They filmed
he's
it
got
really
that
well.
real thick Australian accent.
And he did. He trained.
Yeah.
He also trained to do a French accent. Not even in this film, oddly enough,
Yeah.
but in a movie called French Kiss.
Meg
Ryan.
He's good in that
Oh,
one.
I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And he
Oh,
trained,
yeah.
and he actually spoke French in this film.
Yeah. Kevin Kline. Kevin Kline.
She has
So.
an affection erection for.
Well, actually,
he
we
is
should probably discuss how I am, in fact, demisexual.
Yeah, which is why you
And
identify
guess
a little
who
bit with
likes...
Belle.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is. I've argued this,
yeah.
actually.
Bella's demisexual.
That
I
she's
agree.
demisexual.
Bell. Oh, that.
Yeah, I have a whole speech that
Yeah.
I gave it a
Yeah.
conference one time. But yes.
Is that why? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay.
Name me any other... No, for real, I argued this in the speech that I gave. Belle is demisexual, and so is Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
And these are two,
That
like...
could make sense.
These are two, like,
I don't
big...
quite agree with Lizzie Bennet. I don't.
That's because you think that she had a crush on Wickham.
She had a crush on Wickham.
She didn't.
She did. She was interested in him. She found him charming and likable.
Just because you find someone likable does not mean
she
you want to...
was thinking about it.
It was because he thought differently than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah, she
acted
thought it was
differently.
interesting. You're
But
interested in
also-
someone. That doesn't mean you're interested in
I
someone.
would argue
Well,
that
you can't-
Lizzie Bennet is more demisexual than Bella is, because I kind of have a hard time with the whole Belle thing, because it is a little bit Stockholm syndrome.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's demisexuality. Shut you down.
Yeah.
She was kidnapped.
No, she
literally.
wasn't. She wasn't.
He was kidnapped.
The
She
father was
traded
kidnapped, and
places.
she traded places in both
Yeah.
stories.
Just
And,
watch the
I mean,
Lindsay Ellis video.
No, if you want to
Lindsay
go
Ellis has
there,
done this
if you
great.
really want to go there, honestly, if you're going to say the Stockholm Syndrome, it's actually the opposite. It's actually Lima Syndrome, where the person who's kidnapped you falls in love with the person you've kidnapped. If you're even going to go there, which we shouldn't, because she never acted like she was kidnapped in either fucking story.
Yeah, she had
Remember
full
the
reign to
time
leave.
that she
did.
literally walked right out the front door
Yeah,
in the Disney movie?
she wasn't
In the
trapped.
She was
cartoon.
She wasn't
surrounded
locked
by
away.
a terrifying forest filled with wolves that she almost died in the
I
first
mean,
fucking time.
That wasn't his
She
fault,
was not
though.
there of her own will. She was there. Oh, you kidnapped my father. Well, you can kidnap me if you let him go. Was the argument? Was the reason she's there? You can't say she was never.
Neighbors be like, let me tell you what I think.
Okay, I can agree that the circumstances were very questionable. The circumstances behind the story are very questionable, but I do believe that Belle only loved the Beast when he stopped being an asshole. When he
Right.
he had
And
to,
that's why it's
I'm
not
not
Stockholm
saying
Syndrome.
she's not like in love with him over time, but I just don't.
That's
I
she
think-
doesn't.
I think
If it were
she-
Stockholm, if he was mean to her and he continued being mean to her, and then she fell in love, that would be Stockholm Syndrome.
if it was Harley Quinn loving the Joker, then it would be that. It's not. She only loves him after he starts opening up, being more kind, being more himself, being more authentically himself, and stop being an asshole. And that's...
Speaking
It's
of utterly horrible people, can we talk about Gaston?
We can.
Just for a quick second. Can we talk about how Gaston spends the entire movie terrorizing Belle?
He's
literally
yeah.
terrorizing Belle. And then
Very stalkery.
You know, the one
Yeah.
problem, honestly, that I have with both the cartoon movie and the live action movie is that in both stories, Gaston terrorizes her the entire story, and then he dies. He kind of kills himself, honestly. And
Kinda,
then
sorta.
kind of sorta, it's his fault. And then he dies.
fell off a cliff. Oh well.
Whoops. But he dies, and then everybody just completely forgets about him and moves on. And Belle
Yeah.
never deals with the trauma of him
Well,
messing with her life
at
hardcore.
the end of the animated movie, she never goes back to that town. After she goes back to the castle and he turns into the prince, she never goes back to
Well,
that
no
poor
one was
provincial
nice
town.
to her there.
No
No,
one was nice.
appreciates her like the way all
Right.
of these inanimate objects do.
Yeah. So she's surrounded
These
by the
inanimate
palace
objects
people.
are people.
Yeah, no, she's surrounded by the palace people. She's completely in an element where people love her, respect her, understand her.
Right, and the whole beginning song is, "Oh, she's a weirdo."
Yeah,
Like, we're
she doesn't
singing
fit in
about-
here. They went back to their town, and they probably put up a shrine to Gaston that he died valiantly fighting this monster thing. And they
Right.
probably went on with their lives the way they were, ignoring the fact that Belle was ever there and mourning the loss of the town.
I mean,
favorite.
unless he takes over, because if a king comes back into prominence, and that's the castle in the
In the
nearby
kingdom.
region,
Yeah.
then maybe they did kind of sort of have to start worshiping Belle. You don't know. She's like, hello. It's like a moment in Ever After.
Like in Ever After.
Hello.
I will speak for her. Yeah.
I am your new god. You know, like she
Turns out Belle had a nasty streak, and
She
she
could have
burned
gone
that
there.
town to the ground after
she could
becoming
have.
queen.
You don't know what happened. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't.
But that's my big problem with the story is that they never deal with that. They never have.
Yeah.
Because everybody,
Well,
if you
because
listen
it
to the
has to end on a
Gaston,
good note of
I
them
know
being in love.
you can't have that moment of anybody mourning Gaston because he's the villain the whole story. But if you think about it,
They
in the
would've.
context of that world,
They worshipped
They
him.
literally had the song Gaston where everybody worshipped
Yeah.
him. Literally every Tom, Dick, or Stanley
Yeah.
would tell you whose team they prefer to be on.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, but
No.
I think out of everyone with like emotional, like the trauma, it's got to be Maurice has more mental trauma than
Oh,
Belle
yeah.
does because
He nearly died.
being
He got
told,
kidnapped
being
twice.
told that you're crazy and having no one
Ah,
believe you
yeah.
is
And
like,
he got gaslit. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
He got kidnapped twice. He got told he was insane. He got lost in the woods and nearly died of pneumonia. Maurice has gone through some shit.
well, that's. And then in the real live action version, he was tied to a tree and left for the wolves.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
and he died. His wife died of the plague.
Yes.
In
So,
this one,
yeah,
and
in-
it's hinted at that she probably died. I
Oh.
mean, she's definitely dead by the
She
beginning.
Well,
of the
they
first
had,
one.
they had the plague doctor and everything.
But no, that's the new one. What I'm saying is, in the first
In
one,
the first
Oh,
one.
oh.
she was gone.
Well,
the mother
yeah.
was just gone.
She
And
died of being a Disney mother. That's
That's yeah,
No.
yeah. It's a fatal disease.
Yeah.
but
sorry.
we don't know what
You're the
happened
mom.
there. We just know, hey. But that, honestly, that's an
I
interesting.
need your death to progress my story.
Fridge.
I mean,
He's in there, mother.
It took me a second to realize what she said. Fridge.
That's fine.
Yeah, every Disney. They had a song at one point in Aladdin. It was "Proud of Your Boy," and it was Aladdin singing to his mom. And then they decided, no, he's an orphan, and they murdered his mom. And they just decided, you know what? They've been dead this whole time. It's not a thing.
It's fine.
And then they brought his dad back, but
It's
not his
fine.
mom. It's okay. Disney doesn't like mothers. That's
It's fine. Oh, just because they started with Bambi.
Mulan has a mom, and I think that's about it. That's about it.
That's not true.
Think about it.
I'm sure.
Where are the other mothers?
Oh yeah, Little
Mulan has
Mermaid.
the best like parentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aurora had her mom, but she didn't have her mom. Rapunzel had her mom, but she didn't have her mom.
Let
It
her
doesn't
live.
count. They're living, but they're not mothers.
Yeah, Little Mermaid, she's already dead. Pocahontas,
Yeah.
she's already dead.
Pocahontas, she's already dead. Cinderella, she's very dead. Snow White, she's equally dead.
Very, very dead. There's certain categories of dead, you see.
Yeah.
And they are more dead.
Well, there's
Than
the
other
deaths
deaths.
that we assume happened because we never see them, and then there's
Right,
the
they're
deaths
just not
that happen
mentioned.
on screen. And Cinderella's mother, she died
Died
on
on screen.
Snow White's mother did not die on screen. I think they just leapt right into the evil stepmother thing.
Yeah, they did.
Bambi,
Yeah.
Dumbo.
But
Yeah,
Cinderella,
Bambi.
she mourned her
Dumbo
parents
didn't
dying.
die. The mother never died.
No, the mother didn't die in Dumbo.
She
We
got
have,
kidnapped
we have an
and she was
elephant mom.
stuck away.
Yeah,
She's the elephant in the
she
room.
lived. She lived. Mulan had a mother. Dumbo had a mother.
Dumbo didn't have a father.
No, Dumbo did have a father. His name was Jumbo.
but was he present in his child's life?
You know, neither was Bambi's dad.
Oh
What?
my God.
What?
I don't remember what happened to Jumbo. I'm very
Tarzan.
sorry. I haven't
His
seen
parents
Jumbo in so
died.
long.
Yeah, Tarzan.
like
Tarzan's
Batman.
Tarzan's parents
fucking
both died,
Just like
but
Batman.
but then he got adopted by the gorillas, and the gorillas became his parents. So
Then
he
had
had a
father
mother.
issues as
Still,
well.
like,
Did
the
his
whole
mother die?
reason that his whole life has changed because of their death. That's
Lion
the
King.
whole-
Dad
Lion
died,
King.
mom lived.
Dad died. Yeah,
Just
Sarabi.
kidding.
Her name was Sarabi.
Let the parents live.
Yeah.
Like,
Why does this always happen?
Yeah,
It's because it's an easy story to
yeah.
identify with. It puts them automatically in the kind of
And
Like,
the,
I
like
feel bad for
underdog
you.
way.
like,
Yeah,
oh no,
it's-
you
it's an
lost
easy
the thing that's
underdog.
really important, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
And
quite.
SpongeBob.
usually, if it's a girl, then it's her father who lived. You very rarely see a mother with a daughter in a Disney film. It's usually Jasmine and her father, the Sultan, or Belle and her father, the Tinker, or you know, it's
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, and Spy.
and Spy. You know,
You never knew.
It's usually the girl and her father.
Yeah.
Tarzan,
Yeah.
Jane and her father. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's usually
That's odd.
yeah. I guess because the
Peter
girl
Pan. Peter Pan, the parents are alive.
Peter Pan,
They
the parents
ditched
are
them
alive.
in the very beginning.
They do.
But they are
Right.
alive.
Oh no, they don't ditch the father. He comes back as Captain Hook.
Oh,
it's
that's
the
right.
same actor.
Oh, that's true.
That's probably a psychological problem, though.
Oh, 100%. Neverland
well,
is
because he was
that's
mean to them as the
daddy
whole
issues.
beginning.
Some Freudian issues.
Clearly,
there.
I have
Can
to
we
run
talk
away
about
from.
Jason Isaacs?
We can talk about Jason Isaacs. How you doing?
God. Can we name? I just want to know. I want to see how often she'll do this. You know, Sir Alec Guinness.
Jeanette has feelings. That's all.
Feelings.
I'm just gonna name random dudes and
feelings,
see if
and they're a
Jeanette will
bit
be like,
lower.
Okay.
let me tell you.
I never felt any
This
kind
before I met
of
him.
how you doing towards Sir Alec Guinness.
Oh, there you go.
Give
Who's
me
Sir Alec
another decade.
Wow. The guy who played Obi-Wan.
The guy who played
in
Obi-Wan
Star
Kenobi.
Wars.
No.
The guy who was.
I have had the hots for Obi-Wan,
Benson Mum.
but it was
Yes.
when it was Ewan McGregor.
It was Ewan McGregor.
When I get a little bit older, then I will start being like, old Ben could probably get it.
Wow.
You gotta give
Oh my god.
I'm just saying I know how I know
no.
how my progression as a person has grown. Like when I was a kid, one of my very first crushes was Chris O'Donnell in
Fuck's
Three Musketeers, okay? Chris O'Donnell was
But
adorable.
now
in
it's
that
Tim
movie.
Curry.
Well, now, honestly, it's Kiefer Sutherland. Have you seen him in that movie? He's beautiful. But again, as I have grown, when I was a kid,
So the camera decided to die out of boredom because Jeanette kept talking about.
let me talk about Kiefer Sutherland for a minute. No, Kiefer Sutherland, now that I'm older, is goddamn pretty in that movie. He's got the dark backstory. He's got the good heart that's hidden underneath the angst.
He's got those
Like-
earlobes.
It's underneath the long, pretty blonde hair. He's beautiful in that movie.
You know, this whole conversation could be about Prince Adam from Beauty and the Beast.
It could be.
Bringing it
He's
right
got the-
back.
No. Okay,
Bringing
so
it-
yeah, so that's my taste as a person. Teresa can bring up. Teresa can bring up Alec Guinness. Eventually, I will find him hot. It's just, it's the way it's going to happen. Not right now. Give me another 10, 20 years. Yeah,
I don't need it.
It's going to happen. I like Ben Kenobi. I like the character. I could see it happening. Eventually, I'll be like, you know,
The Force will be with you.
the Force will be with you. Yeah, yeah.
We're done now. So
yeah.
Daphne, what
I'm
did you
just
think
saying.
about Beauty and the Beast?
I've seen the newer one more like
Recently?
recently than
You don't say.
than I've seen the old one. The only thing that I don't like how much auto-tune that they gave Emma Watson because she has such a beautiful voice and it's just kind of ruined.
She did fine.
She did well.
yeah.
But the only thing I could say that I really do like about the new one, like it wasn't terrible, but I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
compared.
They tried to fix all the problems. I admired that. They were like, let me try and seal over.
I don't like the
all the
fact that
problems.
there's that magical book that they bring up just to go to Paris so you can learn about the backstory of her
plague,
mother.
Yeah,
And
you
then
could have
they
learned it
never
from
use
Kevin
it
Kline.
again. They never
Would have
bring
been
it up
fine.
again.
Tell me my backstory, Kevin Kline,
know.
and he would be like, "Yes,
So
I'll tell you
I
your mother."
don't like that. And then
Yeah.
the only thing I really, really like is I like that song that they added in that the Beast sang.
Prince
I
Adam.
really
Yeah.
like that
The
song.
one that Josh Groban sang during the credits.
Yeah.
I like Josh Groban. He's very good.
Bringing it back.
God.
But let's just talk over her. So
He's nice.
So they needed that
he
song
looks
in the
like
movie.
if an elf and a hobbit had a baby.
Because in the movie, it doesn't focus on what the Beast thought about Belle. So we need that moment where the Beast is like, I'm in love with her, because they hint to that in the cartoon one, but he never directly goes, you know what? You've made my life better.
Right, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
need
You
that.
can see that he's sad about it.
He's really like, no.
Oh,
I
it's
gotta-
but
good
there's
in the
not a
cartoon.
song.
There's not an actual
Well, you
like
don't want him to sing.
dramatic
Like,
monologue.
I really
wow.
liked that song. I
It's
really,
a,
really
it's
did.
A, well,
important.
I don't mind. What's his name? Dan Stevens. I don't mind him singing. In the remake, it's fine.
But you
I
know
wouldn't-
what's better?
I wouldn't want to see
Josh Groban.
He's amazing. Recommend.
Oh my god.
Like his work on Crazy.
If you say
Ex-Girlfriend-
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend,
Yeah.
I will punch you in your
I'm
visage.
sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I have a wide variety of interests.
I mean, while we're talking,
And
Greg
a lot of them
Serrano.
are brown hair.
Greg Serrano.
I'm just saying.
I like dark hair.
No, you know something? While we're talking about Disney princes, Santino Fontana is my favorite Disney
Santino
prince.
Fontana,
He was in Frozen.
He was treated wrong.
He was Hans
the
in
trolls
Frozen.
did it.
Exactly. I have a conspiracy theory. I don't know if I've ever told you this. The trolls are evil. They possess everyone's
trolls
brains.
are evil.
They're the ones who made Hans try to
Yeah.
murder Elsa.
Hans
it doesn't
would
make
not-
any sense.
He did not
There
show
were multiple
any signs
times
until he met the trolls.
Fuck!
Opinions.
Getting heated about Frozen.
He loved her.
Oh, no,
he
it's about
legit
her mouth.
felt feelings. Damn
No,
it.
for real though.
He
for real.
lifted her from the water.
So for real. There's more than one moment in the movie Frozen where Hans legitimately could have and probably should have killed Elsa, and the fact that he didn't means that he wasn't evil.
Yeah.
So
When I watched it, I thought that he was gonna get with Elsa because he makes ice. He loves ice. He
That's
walked up to the
Kristoff.
castle, or Kristoff,
Kristoff,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
like I thought that they would be together, and then
I thought for sure.
yeah,
I think
thought
that's what
for
the
sure.
original draft was supposed to be, and then they rewrote it to try and get
Well, I think the original draft had the Snow Queen being evil, like the fairy tale.
well, because I thought she was evil when I first
Yeah.
watched it. I was like, we're
Well,
gonna have to
she
do
has
something.
great potential to be evil.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
ice spikes coming at your face.
The whole like I can't control myself thing is terrifying.
yeah.
You know. Okay. Well,
Anyway, this has nothing to do with
Okay,
Beauty and the Beast.
we're wrapping it up.
Okay,
Beauty and the
so
Beast.
overall, cartoon movie,
Yeah.
better than the other, except that Emma Watson's amazing.
it's not terrible.
And
Yeah.
Kevin Kline's amazing.
Kevin Kline
and
is
they
perfect.
needed some new songs.
Yes.
They did try to fix over most of the problems in the film. So I would honestly say it's actually a pretty good movie.
I do love the fact that she was the scientist instead of the other way around. Like the whole like her washing the clothes thing. I really liked watching that. Like that was really cool.
I could see how she would do that because her father was a
Right.
you know, I could see that. I just didn't really need it for Belle, I guess. It was kind of
I mean, they added that for Maurice as well. We got to see him being an artist and stuff. Not just
yeah,
an
that was
inventor.
nice.
So
That was
I
nice.
think it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, we should.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Kevin Kline was singing to me.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
could a moment last?
Stop it.
Kevin Kline did a lovely job.
Kevin Kline's amazing.
He did quite well.
Kevin Kline, favorite actor ever. Name me movies with Kevin Kline. Go.
Oh my god, no. I'm not
All of
IMDb.
them.
I will not be
All
doing
of
this.
them, starting with Pirates of Penzance.
Yeah.
That one old people movie where they go to Vegas.
Las Vegas. Let me tell you something about Las Vegas. It's a horrible film, but Kevin Kline is in it, and Kevin Kline is the best part of that movie. Let me tell you the first scene with Kevin Kline. He's doing water aerobics.
Oh my god. We have done enough of this.
He was doing water aerobics, and let me tell you something,
Okay.
son. Kevin Kline has stayed fit. And Kevin Kline didn't look a damn bit different than he did back in 1989 when he won the Academy Award for Fish Called Wanda. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He had some gray in hair, but aside from that, he was still fit, son. He's amazing.
Oh, okay. Well, we should.
Kevin Kline, I should
it's
stop
gonna
talking.
Cut
Next
again.
time we'll talk all about Kevin Kline.
No, we
and
won't.
all
It's
the work
fine.
he's done.
So Beauty and the Beast, we really liked it. We really liked it.
I
cartoon
really
and
like the animated one is one of my favorite Disney movies ever. The remake horrified me in ways that
I'll never recover from.
I'll never quite recover from.
It's fine.
But Kevin Kline was beautiful and fantastic and
Okay.
needs all the props for that.
And it was good.
Yeah.
We liked it.
Yeah.
We liked it. There
it
you go.
wasn't. It was not as disappointing as Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella was bad.
Cinderella
Yeah.
fucking sucked. I wanted
Let's
to
just-
only go see it because of Helena Bonham Carter.
Visually,
and
it
Richard
was quite
Madden, whatever
nice.
his name
The
is,
acting
Richard.
was great. It was Ever After Light, and I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, Ever After's better. Sorry.
Ever
bye.
After's
Ever
amazing.
After is one of the best movies in the world.
Ever
Yep,
After's
sorry,
so
bye.
good. Top 10 forever.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much. We're gonna go. Bye.
Bye. We're gonna go bye.
Well, we are. And I'm just gonna swish one more time. Look at it. Look at that.
Oh my,
Oh my
god.
Floof.
That's
I'm
so
keeping
great.
that in, by the way.
Look at me go.
Bye.